Welcome back to another video, TGG Squad. This time, we'll talk about the best agents, but not in the way you might typically think. We will not discuss their effectiveness in the metagame, but rather focus on their potential in the dating world. Purely hypothetically, of course. In short, we will discuss how hot they are by coming up with a sexy tier list. So sit back, put your hands on your desk, and enjoy the video. We will start off with the lowest tier, which are the agents that are not hot at all. Like, their looks and in-game appearance give no reason to think of them as potential dating material. And unfortunately, but not surprisingly, these are three male agents: Omen, Breach, and Cypher. Starting with Omen, we don't really know what the hell he actually is. Like, I guess he is just a ghost or some kind of accumulation of energy? No idea really, and that's a red flag if you don't know what the hell your partner actually is. Plus, his face is basically a blue Monster energy drink can. His low voice could be kind of hot, but come on, there's nothing sexy about him in general. As for Breach, there are several problems. First of all, his mechanical hand can be dangerous in intimate situations. We won't elaborate, just imagine it self-explanatory. And secondly, just look at him. He probably doesn't smell so good, which is a giant factor in rating sexiness. And Cypher. Well, we don't really know what he looks like, and that in itself makes it difficult for us to lump him into a tier other than D. However, there are many more reasons why we decided to put him in the not hot at all category that is related to his lore, which you can learn more about in a video dedicated to it. But in short, his body is probably burnt, and he already has a family that he cares about, so yeah, won't make it as dating material, not at all. Moving on to another tier, here are the agents that are still not hot, but a bit better than the previous three. And these are KO, Yoru, Sova, Astra, and Killjoy. Let's start with KO, who most of you would probably lump into tier D. Sure, he's a robot, and there are no things that would stimulate our trivial instincts to try something more with him. However, the part that KO is a robot can work in one specific way. Specifically, you can program him to fulfill all your fantasies, and that is, in fact, a thing that is already happening in today's society and what people are paying for. So, well, it's impossible to ignore this fact, and we just need to put him in a bit higher tier, even though we still don't consider him hot. And Yoru is pretty much a teenage edgelord, and that's just not hot in 2022. Always sad, wearing weird masks is mean. Like, why would you date him? He probably would cry thinking about his ex and then teleport in the middle of an intimate date, so yeah, that's a big skip. Sova. We love when a dude is a gentleman, but his personality just seems boring. That Archer thing is cool, it's good when somebody has a passion, but it's still not enough to make it to a higher tier for us. Astra has very nice abilities, and if you check out our video dedicated to her story, you know she can literally destroy worlds. That it's kinda cool, but where's the hot aspect of her? Well, we can't see it. In terms of personality and appearance, Astra is a nice person to have around. She's also probably pretty interesting as a person, but there's just no one thing that is hot about her, and that is why we decided to place her in the not hot but better category. For us, Killjoy seems just too corporate in her personality to consider her hot. The outfit is kind of childish and her glasses give the vibe of a typical school nerd. Well, if that's your fetish, we get it, but that's not what we consider hot. And now we move on to tier B, where we have agents that are kind of hot, but they're not there yet. And these are Viper, Phoenix, Sage, and Neon. Viper is kind of hot, but her personality just seems mean and toxic, and we don't like that. We love her outfit and would love to see its evening time version, but her personality is a big turnoff, not gonna lie. However, if you're into Viper and you love to spend time with her in-game, you need to check out our other videos on the channel as we have a lot of them related to this specific agent. You will find the lineups listing for all the maps as well as the video dedicated to her lore story. And then we have Phoenix, who is just as average as you can get. He's kind of nice, but there's really nothing hot about him, besides his abilities, of course. His character just screams average. Still, we wouldn't call him bad, especially as we saw his physique in the Duelist cinematic, and it's definitely a good one. Sage has the mommy vibe, and is also a character that the community goes for really often in terms of fanfic. She's a girl that would take care of you and make sure that you are satisfied. Just imagine getting a massage from her with the use of her abilities. However, Sage's personality is kind of calm, so you wouldn't go too crazy with her on dates, and that's the main reason we decided to keep her one level out of the hot category. You know, there's a difference between nice or pretty and hot and sexy. Neon is a sporty girl with a pretty nice physique, and besides her hotness, she also has that cuteness aspect. However, one thing that is puzzling is her skill and the fact that she uses her hands to do it. And getting electrocuted while making up is not the thing you want to go for on a date. So she has potential, but as we know from the lore, she has trouble controlling her powers, so yeah. Now, let's get to the agents that are actually hot. And it's hard to deny that, and these are Chamber, Jett, Reyna, Raze, and Skye. Starting with Chamber, what makes us consider him hot is his style. He definitely knows how to dress, and he has a pretty stylish and unique hipster haircut. Plus, he seems to be the classic gallant gentleman, and that's always something that adds a bit of hotness. Remember about this, lads. As for Jett, we'll tell you something, okay? When we researched topics to cover for Valorant-related articles at TheGlobalGaming.com, one of the most searched keywords was Valorant Jett porn. And we're sure that none of you wonders why. Her sexiness is kind of obvious at this point. Well, Reyna. What is more to say? She's hot, like super hot. She has the style, she has that thick size where it's wanted. Reyna just has it all. Moreover, her appearance is kind of scary, but in a sexy way. Reyna's dominant personality would surely steal the hearts of many of you in real life, maybe even literally. Raze's hotness is undeniable. She has a cool style, a pretty nice physique, and just seems so fun to spend time with. Plus, she is super open about her love for explosions. So, maybe there's something more to it apart from boombots and grenades. And to close out our hot tier, we have Skye. She is probably the most considerable wife material out of all the agents in Valorant. Skye is nice and friendly, and you surely would spend some lovely time with her. Plus, she is pretty athletic, kind of thick, but not too much, which could also help with that lovely time spending, you know? And now it's time to close this video with two agents who are the sexiest of all agents. One male agent and one female. And our picks for it would be Brimstone and Fade. Brimstone just has it all. He is that classic daddy material. With him being the leader of the entire protocol, we know that he must be confident, and confidence is the sexiest thing that guys can have. On top of that, he's pretty old, so he has that experience, and he has a muscular size, and his in-game personality and appearance suggest that he also has a size other than that muscular one. All these other teenage boys from the protocol can go hide. And our pick for the sexiest female agent of the game is Fade. She's kind of like Reyna on steroids. Again, thickness where you would want it is a signature of Fade. Just look at these hips and thighs on her promo image. Can't say no to that. Fade knows everything about your fears, but what if she also knows all about your fantasies? And her beautiful blue eyes, damn, one look into them and you will surely feel the tension. And that was our listing for the hottest agents in Valorant. Do you agree with our picks, or would you instead go for something else? Let us know down in the comments and let's have a sexy discussion about it. For more Valorant content, be sure to also subscribe to our channel, as we're planning plenty of exciting video series, also a little more ambitious than this one, trust us. So, yep, see you in the comment section, and until next time, TGG Squad.